So this is gonna be a little weird because we're reviewing my car today, and it's also the first car review that's going up on the channel. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I start up though. Okay. I think your boy's got this. I think I got this. So what is going on, YouTube? My name is JJ Davis, and today I am in my car, and I'm going to be giving some insight on what it's like to drive this thing, because this thing is like bipolar at times, if you know what I'm saying. All right, we're not off to a good start. There's like a cop car just like right there, just as soon as I pulled off onto the feed road. Cop car. I'm not getting on the freeway, fuck that. So as I was saying, I'm in my car today, the Street Fighter car. I bought this car not too long ago. I've owned it for about 4 to 5 months now, and it's come some way since I bought it. I bought it bone stock, you know, from the dealer. I bought it for about 17K, something like that. I don't know, I don't really remember, but something around that, and it was bone stock. So the car right now is currently sitting on Super Sport springs. I got an 1.5 inch in the front and I think 2.2 in the back. The springs ride pretty good, I'm not gonna even lie. Like, I didn't want to go too stiff because I didn't want to be like you know. I still kind of want to give it a little bit of a stock feel because it's my daily, you know, this is my baby right here, so you know, not too much. For the exhaust, I'm sure you guys can hear the exhaust. All I got for the exhaust is Pacesetter Long Tube Headers along with the Pacesetter off-road H-pipe and just deleted mufflers. Stock catback, believe it or not. The mufflers was the first thing I took off, you know. I bought the car. I really didn't want to go this route, but like I was riding way too quiet for the longest time. I was like, those mufflers gotta go. I love it. I love the sound. It sounds amazing. You know, this is a car that wherever you go, no matter how slow or how fast you're driving, you're just gonna get attention everywhere. I'll be cruising like in a parking lot at like, say like 1300, 1400 RPMs, and just people are just glaring at me because it's all backfiring and just making all the rumbles and stuff, and I love it. Like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. Sounds great in my opinion. Other than that, you know, I mean, that's pretty much it. I got a few cosmetic mods, you know, a few appearance mods, like the Cervini front fascia and splitter, which makes the car looks 10 times lower than what it actually is. My God, the thing scrapes on everything because of how low the front end is. But it also gives it that nice, aggressive American feel to it, and I love it. I love the way it looks. It looks great. And also, I took out my fog lights and just blacked out the headlights with some, you know, with some tint. It wasn't nothing crazy, but you know, I like it. I think it looks cool. I love it. Really ties the front end together and makes it look really mean, and just, you know, you see the thing coming up behind you, and you're just like, all right, well, I gotta get over it. You just heard me say that I bought the car not too long ago. It's crazy because I've told you guys that I just put on headers in the off-road X-pipe, you know, and that's pretty much it for the power and just the tune. I'm not even on the 93 tune. I'm just on the basic tune. And for what it is, for what I have so far, this thing moves, man. Like, it just loves making power. All right, don't get me wrong. I have a 2010 Mustang. For those of you that don't know, it's a 4.6 liter 3-valve engine, and they didn't come out with the 4 valves or the 5.0s. There's this huge dip in the road. Hold on. Woo! They didn't come out with the 4 valves or the 5.0s until 2011. So I kind of missed out on my end. But you know, this is all I could afford at, you know, the time. So, you know, I used to have a 2006 model, you know, 2006 GT, come from the factory, 305 horsepower to the crank, which isn't bad. But you know, compared to this, not too many people want to admit it, but you can definitely feel a difference. So, still on the stock clutch, still on the stock shifter. Alright, one thing I will say, the clutch feel in this car, my first impression was I stepped on the clutch and I looked straight at Chase. He's the guy that sold me the car. I looked straight at him. I was like, is there an aftermarket clutch in here? Because this thing is stiff as fuck. So yeah, the clutch feels good in this car. My shifter, you know, I will say it's not as bad as the fucking, you know, the SN95s and the New Edge stock shifters. My God, are those things horrible. It's like you're throwing a Hail Mary every time when you're trying to put it in the gear. So the shifter is not as bad in this car. I mean, it's pretty okay. They cleaned it up. It feels feels pretty smooth. But you know, definitely want to get that Hurst shifter in as soon as I can, because I'm getting kind of tired of it, guys. We're gonna do a pull here. See what this thing's got. Oh my goodness! Holy shit! I've been running this setup for like 2-3 months now, and every time I get on it, it still surprises me. You know, with the header setup, I got long tubes, and it's basically a straight pipe all the way back to the tailpipes. So nobody's home. There's almost like no power all the way up until you get to 3 grand. But when you get to 3 grand, it's almost like you have like a small turbo or something, because it's just like, it just throws you back in your seat out of nowhere. Oh man. Here's the thing about this, man. It's like people, you know, just like people rip on Mustang all the time and how they're slow and all that and blah 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 blah. And really, like, you gotta think about it. Like, with my car, all I've done was put on some headers and an off-road H-pipe and took out the mufflers. And I've beaten, I mean, this thing has beaten Maseratis. Like, it's fucking crazy. And there's a 3-valve. I've raced 5.0s. My God, are they quick. I want one. Don't get me wrong, I want one, but still. First and second just spin. Can you hear that? This thing just screams all day. I never get tired of it.